Hello my loves, and welcome to another video. Let's talk about mental health and what habits we can practice to support our mental well-being. I greatly believe that the foundation to a well-balanced life is a solid foundation of mental and emotional well-being, not forgetting the physical and spiritual aspects of our lives as well. Let's get down to the video. So the first habit for our mental health, you guys, is journaling. Now, this is something I have done for the longest time, and I have seen the biggest difference in myself after each entry. Now, I used to confine journaling to only gratitude journaling, but now it is space for me to just brain dump everything. I write about how I feel, how happy, how sad, how disappointed I am, and I write about the things I hope for. And this for me has become a space for my mental release. And I do see the biggest difference in days where I choose not to journal, and days where I choose to sit down and just release my thoughts on paper. Now, when you do this, you need to learn to be honest with yourself. Be honest with how you truly feel, and don't judge yourself, because this should be a space free of judgment for you to be able to release your thoughts. So the second habit, you guys, is self-reflection. Now, this for me is a habit I did so well in September. I did weekly reflections. I checked in with my mental and emotional health. And one aspect of this I have come to love the most was the one where I got to check in with how I treat myself each week. Now, I checked in with how kind and gracious I was with myself each week, and this allowed me to live more present and aware of how I treat myself, because we tend to be so hard on ourselves, and this allowed me to treat myself with so much grace, so much kindness, so much love, and so much gentleness. So I want you to take the time today to just sit with yourself and check in with yourself. Ask yourself how you are feeling and what it is you can do today to make things better. What environments and situations have you been putting yourself through, and how those situations and environments have been making you feel. And when you do this, you can do this daily, you can do this weekly, monthly, quarterly. It's really up to you, but the most important thing is for you to just check in with yourself and reflect on yourself. So habit number 3, you guys, is setting boundaries, and this is something I feel like I still need to learn in so many parts of my life. But boundaries, or a boundary, is the point in your life where you learn to draw the line with how far you are willing to allow things to happen to you. You now get to decide what it is you will tolerate and what it is you will not tolerate. It's learning to say no and just being firm in your no. Now, for the longest time, I didn't know where to set boundaries. I never knew where to draw the line, and this made me say yes to things or do things I never wanted to do, because I was afraid of disappointing the other party, saying no and eventually disappointing the other person. I wanted to please that person. Now, what you need to do is to decide what your boundaries in your life are and be firm on those boundaries. I know it's easier said than done, but it's true, the best decision you can ever make for your mental health, because you now get to make every decision from a place that you know you are okay with you actually making that decision. So set those boundaries. Habit number 4, you guys, is to have a self-care plan. Now, this includes you making a list of the activities that make you feel good, things that make you feel more like yourself, things that make you feel happy, things that nourish your soul. And these things for me look like waking up early, working out, journaling, meditating, taking a shower, and just spending time with my friends. And whenever I skip or not do these things for a long period of time, I do feel the gap or the difference this play in how my mental health is. So guys, with all of this being said, the most important thing for you to do here is to do more of the things that recharge your energy. Make time for these activities to just zone out of the world and just focus on the things that make you feel more like yourself. Now, the 5th habit, you guys, is human connection. Now, I believe greatly that the past 2 years have taught us the importance of human connection. Though being by ourselves is important, I also believe greatly in me spending time alone. I also believe that being with people is as important. So I want you to make the time to spend with the people you love, people who uplift you, people who make you feel loved and supported, people who make you happy. Take the time to just call or send a text to maintain those connections. Ask yourself who those people are for you and make sure you spend more time with them. The next habit, you guys, is therapy. Now, my first encounter with therapy or counseling was in 2019, and though this was just school related, it helped me a lot. Now I do see the importance in having someone outside yourself to listen to you, to ask questions that maybe you yourself may be afraid to ask yourself, and questions that may allow you the space to deal with things further or more than what has prompted you to just ask or seek for therapy in the first place. And I believe, you guys, that now more than ever we need to normalize therapy and not just confine it into a box where it's seen as something we only need when we feel like we need to deal with our problems, but rather it be something that is a healthy mental release for all of us. The last habit, you guys, and something I believe is so important, is being gentle with yourself. Now we have normalized treating ourselves so hard, maybe because we expect a lot from ourselves that we don't give ourselves the credit for the work we do to better our lives. Be kind to yourself, be easy on yourself, be gentle on yourself with the things you say or the way you speak to yourself, be it mentally or verbally. You are trying, and that on its own is enough and deserves so much credit. Be kind to yourself. So loves, those are all the mental health habits I had for you today. If you feel like I left something out, or you know of how we can take care of our mental health, please comment down below and let's educate one another. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Bye.